Hey guys, don't forget like, share, and subscribe. We have a traveler. We don't call them tourists.
Yeah,
right?
traveler.
I am a traveler, no, I'm not a tourist.
That's right. We have a
agree
traveler from South Africa. Welcome, folks. Welcome to the Backyard Cafe. Don't forget, eat, live, love, laugh. That's what we're about. Enjoy the show, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace and love. Go ahead and tell the camera what you just told us. Like,
I have never eaten a breakfast like this before. I mean, this is like a proper lunch or a dinner.
yes. So what we have here, right, is the
Eggplant.
the roasted eggplant. We call it baigan choker. Baigan choker.
Baigan choker.
Yeah, the eggplant.
Got the name right off the bat. We got some smoked mackerel,
Smoked mackerel.
and then you got some pumpkin and shrimp. And now we're gonna try that with the bake, and we got some roti there also. Look at that. And this is how I like my bake.
Float bake.
That's the float bake, right? So you get to eat the skin basically. Look at that.
Wow.
And you could even make
Go
your
ahead,
own-
tear a piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Pop that.
Taste some of your.
It's basically a fried bread,
Yeah.
but we
It's
call
very,
it.
very
Well,
good.
the
Yes.
bake's supposed to be baked in the oven as a bake. We also have the bake that is baked in the oven.
It's like a bit of cake.
You can make that too, like a funnel cake.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this
You
one.
make it a little bit sweeter.
But this way it helps us to stuff the stuff in inside.
Ah,
That's why we make it a float bake.
right.
Instead of
But this
float.
here, you rip and
Yeah.
eat. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try mine with pumpkin, and I'm getting pumpkin and shrimp
So the first
with the float
time
bake.
I ate without using my hands. I was already more than 20 years old.
Wow.
So for 20 years, all I ate was with my hands.
And how was that
No
feeling?
fork and knife.
How was that feeling?
It felt very strange. Very strange.
But now,
But
as
the-
a
I like
traveler,
doing that because the flavor comes from eating them.
that's right. You see that? So what he's saying, that the flavor, you get the real taste and flavor from eating with your hands and not the spoon. The spoon actually cuts that off.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we met in. What's your name, by the way?
Ketso.
Ketso.
Ketso. Ketso.
Ketso.
Although everybody calls me Ketso.
Ketso.
Yeah, mainly because it rhymes with fatso.
So it's the first time
Alright.
I'm meeting Ketso from South Africa. He's a traveler, and we're so happy to have him here in Guyana. The tour bus just picked him up. Wilderness Explorer, back in action with Wilderness Explorer. What's up there, buddy?
Cool, man.
Right?
Enjoying this here.
One of the coolest tour guides
Yeah.
ever.
And for me,
Right, Andy?
Yeah.
it's because of a lot of flavor.
Chili.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hot. Yeah.
Very
Taste.
hot.
Yeah. Taste.
Not
in the-
very. Try a little bit. You want the sauce? Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. Taste first. We always in Guyana say take a taste, take a taste.
Guyana is famous for its chili, right?
Yes.
You sell it to the rest of the world? No.
It's gonna come back. We're gonna do that again, but
You used to sell it.
used to.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, my dear. And it's poverty. Make sure you get poverty over there. Always with that beautiful smile and serving us up some really good food. So,
This is good.
what is a typical breakfast in South Africa?
It's fruit and yogurt and cereal,
Fruit, yogurt, and cereal.
or muesli, or whatever you call it. Yeah.
Okay,
Granola.
granola.
Yeah. And then if you're having more, then you'll have eggs and sausage.
Eggs and sausage. That's like an English breakfast.
Yeah.
Listen, like you, we were also in English college.
Ah,
But
Yeah.
for us, look how much variety we have. So this is 3 variety of breakfast. Actually, somebody would have gone with pumpkin and float alone,
Yeah, yeah.
or starfish and float, or
Yeah.
eggplant and if you're a vegetarian, you want eggplant alone.
Mm-hmm.
You also have sausage and eggs,
Wow.
corned beef and potatoes, give back a curry. All that can go with your bread, with your Indian bread, low key.
Everything we cook can go with
Yeah.
something else, you know?
Yeah.
Like this fish, we can use it for lunch.
Yeah.
And we add some rice, or we add some the same root vegetables.
Yeah.
With the sweet potatoes, the yams, the edo or the taro root. And it goes so well with the saltfish.
But saltfish is a much bigger dish because of a lot of people can buy saltfish and
And-
store it away in far sight. Like
This
you live in
guy,
the country
this guy
area.
is a pro eating with his hands, man. You're a pro.
Yeah.
Natural.
I grew up eating with my hands.
Natural.
Yeah, and that's an
Natural.
East Indian thing.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
Because we use this food that we eat, the seven curry, and we put it in a leaf, and you do that mixed up
Oh,
with
yeah.
your hands. All that flavor that's blended and left on your finger.
Mm-hmm.
You actually take a lick on your finger, and you have a variety of flavors in your mouth.
Always. Yeah. This is good.
You
Chili
like-
is good, yeah. I
Yeah.
can handle some of it, not a lot of it.
It's not that hot.
No, it's not that. No.
Last week the pepper sauce was kicking. It's the same pepper sauce?
Might be the pepper. The pepper.
But it was good. This is like mild.
So I'm in Guyana because I'm trying to visit every country in the world, and Guyana is number 146.
So you almost there.
No, 50 to go.
That's almost. You far surpassed.
And I learned a little bit about Guyana because I met a guy who
50 more
was
countries
from
to
here,
go.
but now lives in the US. Johnny is probably in his 70s, he's a professor of English, and he told me all about his home country. And that's when I put it on the list. And I've got a friend who was born in Suriname,
Mm-hmm.
who lives in South Africa. So I knew a little bit about Suriname.
She told you
and-
about Suriname
and the other guy told me about
and Guyana.
Guyana. Yeah.
So the professor is Guyanese.
He's Guyanese, but lives in America now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And when he talks, he sounds just like you.
Yeah. We were brought up in school to speak English language. So we speak English language, but then when we get home, we break into Creolese
Yeah.
and we start to talk. I'm going to eat a little breakfast, get by. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I'm hungry,
Yeah.
can we go and have breakfast?
Yeah.
Now we go eat breakfast.
You understand what he just said there?
I do, yeah.
So in Creolese, somebody passed and said, I want not one late breakfast here, buddy. We're having late breakfast, yeah. It's English, but in letter sounds.
Yeah.
Of course, for our culture in Guyana, 6 race, more of the couple of races had to live together. We had to speak to African, East Indian, Portuguese, and Chinese. We had to learn to speak with these races, and we had
You
to
have to
our tongue.
hear his Chinese accent.
No, in terms of it, what happened as Guyanese, East Indians, we split up into 2 different ethnic in Berbice and Essequibo and in Georgetown. But in Georgetown, the Creolese is a one set of language words in, and Essequibo and Berbice, 2 different. For example, we finish eating here and it's time to go. In Georgetown, we say, "Lewi golang."
Okay.
Instead of saying, "let us go."
Oh.
In Berbice, we'll say, "Labi go."
Okay.
In Essequibo, Labi gan.
So wait,
If
they
we
use
say-
the past tense?
They come, the past tense and the present,
There's none of that.
the
They
grammar
just-
is confusing. They just use words.
I had
some say,
no idea, bro.
Essequibo, Labi gan.
I thought it was
Georgetown.
Labi Galang.
Labi golang, Lewi golang. This Georgetown.
Oh.
And Berbice, Labi go. Where you go? I go market. You know what I mean? But some of the things, so that's how we know a country East Indian guide from the city guide and also the counties. Guyana have 3 counties, Essequibo, Demerara, and Berbice.
Okay.
So they have their own dialect. So even now, with the Chinese that come, they speak English. So Chinese, they would go, you come eat something here? You want to eat something? What you eating, man? You eating a pumpkin? You eating a fish? You drinking coffee? You eating a float bake? You get a lot of pepper? You want more something to eat? It's Chinese English. It's not Chinese.
Of course it's not Chinese.
But it sounds like Chinese. But it's
It sounds like
English.
a Chinese person
Yeah.
speaking English.
Right. And then
This guy made me
Yeah.
choke on pepper sauce, man.
then you get some things like, I don't know, someday or the other we will get opportunity. I don't know, we're gonna make in an honor list. You might get involved with Amerindians. You're doing any Rupununi tours? Doing no tours in the Rupununi. For the tours that I'm listed to do with you. Kite Shore,
you're my boss
Orinduk,
for the next 4 days.
See, the Amerindian also have their own little accent. You know, like going with, you know, come long time me no see you, man.
Yeah.
It's, you know, long time you know come Guyana, you want come eat some seafood? It's an Amerindian
But it's
dialect.
all understandable. I can
All,
understand all of it.
all understandable.
All understandable, but when it speaks in a crowded and a fast way,
Oh yeah, that's the
You
problem.
might
The
miss-
speed is the problem.
yeah. Because
Good.
I had an English person and they said we are speaking very fast.
Yeah.
Slow down, Carlos.
Yeah.
Slow down, you go too quickly. And I said, I don't understand the shit you guys saying either. You're going to hang and guy in a corner and dine, it. What did you just say? You go in the corner and eat, isn't it? I didn't get that. You have to explain. So our language, so we become free. For Guyanese, we're unique.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is hidden all over in Guyana because if you're speaking to me, I am going, hi, Mr. Keaton, how are you? And you're not hearing that. But somehow or the other, we need to open up a little bit more in tourism and lose some more Guyanese. We want our Guyanese people to understand. Don't be scared to be Guyanese.
That is
Because
it.
You saw somebody strange.
Yeah, yeah.
That is it
Be
right there.
yourself. Be proud
Because
to be Guyanese.
yeah, because
Don't be
the
scared of speaking.
Jamaicans
To say
doesn't
yes.
change.
Jamaican doesn't change, but here,
Trinidadian doesn't change.
Trinidadians in Jamaica, bomba clot ras man eating thing ya. You know, in Trinidad, all the fella having a breakfast here, you know. In Barbados, problem them boy having breakfast here now. We having a lot breakfast here, boy. I don't know about you guys in Barbados, but Guyanese we have East Indian Barbados here, yeah?
Yeah.
We have some Bajan. So we have all the little accent in us that one Guyanese artist decided to come up with a local song,
Yeah.
put a West Indian in New York City, overnight he become Yankee. But I believe it's Guyanese.
Yeah.
We are the only people in this Caribbean hemisphere that is happening to have that open up vocabulary. We can speak like anyone, just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. We go to Trinidad and, we speak
turn
Trinidadian.
By the time we're on the plane, or the fella going around the corner, we done going around the corner there. I said, what? You got a Guyanese? So even our local Guyanese, when they go to America and come back here, my local Guyanese don't feel offended if you saw this video. But when we come back, we try to speak American, but we local. It helps for us to understand. When you come back home and you're like, hey mom, what are we gonna have for breakfast? It was like, what you talk, y'all? Talk something proper now. What are we gonna eat for breakfast? Are we gonna make some roti? Are we gonna make some
Talk proper English. That's not proper English.
That is not proper English, but yeah, I mean, what I say, we're happy to have our language, English,
Yeah.
and we become so free that much of speaking for us is the great for us. We can speak like any country in the world.
And we have folks from all the way from South
Yeah.
Africa coming and
That's our
loving
dish.
it and understanding
That's our
it.
food. Our
and
food
and look at that.
multiplied.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at
Our
that right there.
food will have crazy. If you ask me as a Guyanese, what is my favorite dish? I don't have one. Because there's 7 races, I have 7. We have the mix-up one, and then we have individual ones. There's 6 races with 6 different dishes, but when you put them together, they become mixed.
So there's no Guyanese national food.
There is, but now they're recognizing
Yeah.
that there's a difference. Pepper pot's supposed to be our national dish.
Pepper pot.
Pepper pot.
Yeah.
And this came from our indigenous people. It's our number one. But how can you have one national dish with 7 different people, and I say 7 because the school keep teaching us that there's only 6.
Yeah.
What happened to somebody like me? What happened to somebody like you?
I mix a little.
What happened? A little. Look at this guy. Right? And that is that is where the 7th came in. And if you go take him to coffee and let him understand what coffee is too, you go to the back of that monument, and what the artist was doing, the artist was telling you that years ago. You see 7 faces on the back of coffee statue. That's what it is. How can we have one national dish? Pepper pot is good, really good, and nobody can top that in the world. So go ahead, guys, hands down, no one can top that, right? But how can we have one national dish when there's so many different people? The Asians, no one can cook a Chinese food like Guyanese Chinese.
Yeah. Our Chinese dish is totally flavored.
None.
Even the Chinese from China.
And folks are gonna look at the video again and they're gonna say that I'm biased. But I've had it from a lot of countries. Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, so the US, where else? Antigua, still can't match to what we have compared here. Then we have the East Indians. Typical East Indian breakfast with the pumpkin, the baigan choka, even the name.
Yeah.
You see? Our curry, totally different from any place else. You see?
We're East Indian,
So,
our curry is totally different.
we
from
do
India.
have a national dish, but it's many. And this is where the food tour comes in.
It makes good sense.
Yes.
What you're saying,
Yeah.
That's why we're healthy.
Yeah. Then we have a just finished breakfast at Poverty, right? Border Market. So Poverty, come now.
Come.
Let me show how we got
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Poverty, thank you for always hosting us and making things happen from South Africa. So we gotta top this, right? Yeah. So we're gonna be doing the market tour, walk around, and then we're gonna be having some coconut water. So we're not having coconut water with rum today because we get in at lunch. We going straight to the top shelf, right? So bam. So here you have it. Smile, Poverty. Smile for the camera.
To the second best chef in town. I can't say best in front of him.
I know.